Going live. Confirm you're
Live.
live.
Confirming.
Okay.
Confirm
Copy
go
DA.
live.
Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating, it's Sunday, November 6, 2016.
Steve-O, you need to share that with us.
Show the video.
And the
Yeah.
chief body mind, the authorized souls continue to be only child souls from the smaller subatomic, and the intrusions from above continue.
Oh yeah, she's feeling it.
Above
Actually,
That's
meaning
true.
I'm gonna strike the video
larger
because I want to
and
be able to see
less
you guys.
dense levels.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
Is it
We're
loud
going
enough
to
or
go
too
with
loud?
the
Or
foundational assignment.
Turn it up a little bit.
What the hell is
To do
this?
what is ours
watch it.
to
Yeah,
do
second
right
that.
now in all dimensions to manifest the divine plan, since that's what our soul contracts commit us to doing.
What?
And with that, the formally
Don't you remember
videoed
signing your soul
portions
contract?
of today's efforts begin.
Speaking to the grass right here in our filming location,
Speaking
what
to
we're
the
doing
grass.
right now is we're pulling out trauma threads that are messing us up in our own lives, in our
Trauma
own
threads.
experiences of
Trauma
sentience.
threads.
You know about the
Pull 'em out.
This particular
Oh.
thread, which is
God damn
really
it.
common, goes way, way back.
Look at the shoulders on
multiple
that girl. She's
lifetimes,
pulling
many
a lot of trauma
lifetimes along
threads.
the strand of incarnations of this particular
Oh my God.
presence.
Why am I
has
watching
caused
this?
their
Likely that
trauma?
You have this too, because we all have stuff that's messing us up. We all have
We
these
all-
weird cloggy tangles,
Foggy
and they
tangles.
come with us
Yeah,
life to
cloggy
life. They
tangles
travel
for
with
sure.
us as we travel. There we go.
I picked the wrong
And
lifetime
feel
to quit
nodding
drinking.
feelings from the grass too. And so
Nodding feelings from the
if we're
grass.
taking it as our working theory that we all have this stuff, would you like to do this exercise with us and pull out your own
No!
trauma
Would you like
strands?
to?
Pull out your own problems that are choking you?
Yeah,
Pull 'em
it's
out.
not about
That are
enlisting them to
choking
pull out
you?
their own
They're
problems,
I
don't think I'm doing it right.
because that window of opportunity opened and
I
closed
don't
a
think
long
I'm
time
doing
ago.
it.
We're way past that. This is about
That's true.
We're way
if
past
they
that.
want to do that while they join us in
That's
clearing from the
true.
smaller subatomic
That's
presences
true.
who wish to go to the light and
Oh
are
my
not able
God.
to get there because of all the intervening astral layers.
That's
Holy-
That's what
what
we're
the
actually
sh-
asking them to participate in.
That's true.
Now,
No.
if they also want to, for
God.
their own benefit,
Dave,
engage
they're
in
asking the
simultaneous
trees to
self-healing by
participate.
pulling out
Pay
their
attention.
own trauma strands, while they are also engaged in the activity of helping the greater good through allowing dead people to go to the light who are trying to get to the light and can't get there because we're in the way.
What?
That's true.
Then there's win, 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 win.
Oh my
The
God.
assignment is to get these dead who are trying to light, and we're
Whoa, whoa.
blocking their way.
Sorry.
We
I was
as
trying
a
to just
collective
turn it
are
down so we
blocking
could
their
talk
way,
over it.
and shame on us. Shame on
No,
us.
no,
We're
no, let's
the
hear 'em
people
for a
from the
minute.
light. Ooh, I don't want that on my karmic record.
No, I really don't.
Karmic
So
record.
for those of us who are
Go on.
willing to let it blast through us, at least that won't be on our karmic record.
That's true.
Oh my
We'll just have
God.
to
That's
deal with
true.
all the rest of the things we've done.
I
That's
don't know
true.
what to do.
Skip
not
ahead when
done.
she's getting mad at the trees.
Yeah.
What?
Wait.
I was
what?
thinking
didn't-
it's
I didn't
mad
know
as
that.
Yeah,
far.
jump ahead, like, yeah.
Speaking
Show us
to
the
some
uncool
presences who are
trees.
trying to get to a consistent source
They
of
better fight 'em.
significantly higher vibration. In other words, trying to get to God.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
I love
That's
her. I
odd.
love her.
I can't believe we're still
That's
these
enough.
guys. These
No.
That's
what is
enough.
going?
Okay, let's
These
do
are
it.
Dave.
good people.
Come on, I want to
Why,
hear what
Dave?
they
Why,
have to
Dave?
say.
Action is a no.
That's a no.
That's a no.
That's true. There we go. Continuing to pull up our own trauma strands while calling out from the small.
What the frick is this shit, man?
Pulling up our own trauma ropes and calling out.
And it
Oh
feels
my
so good.
All
God.
those presences who want to go to the light. Yes, it does.
Holy
Maybe
shit.
we'll
How
ask
much
this tree, are
acid
you
did
aware
they
of the
take?
work
Oh, wait,
we were
she's-
doing this
hold on.
morning, talking to the dead trees in the park and asking them if they had ever done any of this kind of work?
They're dead.
Kind of like vaguely.
Kind of vaguely.
Vaguely.
yeah.
And are you aware that all those dead trees, and granted it's only a sampling of maybe 20 or so dead trees so far, but so far out of 20, none of them, 0, have used this practice. And so this
Because they
practice
don't know about
didn't
the new Green Deal.
have anything to do with their death. Doing this practice didn't have anything to do with their death. Are you
That's
aware
true.
of
Oh,
that?
good.
That's true.
That's true.
Oh, maybe I am now. It's kind
Maybe
of a
I am
feeling.
now.
Oh,
That's
I am
Oh,
now.
Jesus
I wasn't
Christ.
aware.
Have
your
64,000
friend, your
views.
dead bay tree friend over here, You were here when we were having the conversation with the bay tree this morning, and the bay
That's
tree
true.
said, "Oh no, I didn't do
I
that.
didn't do that.
I didn't do
Wait,
that."
she's about to call one of the trees stupid. Watch.
This is
Because
part
the
of the
tree
bay
doesn't
tree
go along with
pact.
their shit.
This doesn't have anything to do with these practices. And are you aware of those 3 dead pines that right over there, and how we were talking to them just this morning, and those 3 dead pines said not only did they not do the practices, but they were aware of them and actively didn't do them, and now they're dead?
Yeah, very
Huh.
aware of that.
All right.
Very aware of that.
Are you willing to just take as your working theory that these practices are not harmful to you as an individual and see how it feels? It actually feels fabulous.
That's true.
Would you be willing
my
to do
God.
an experiment? Just try it for a minute. How about that? 1 minute.
1 minute.
No.
Wait, let the tree answer, Dave.
I feel willing. I feel motion
Motion.
What?
off the bed.
Ah, I know this reaction. I think the tree is saying this isn't cool. Mm. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see if that shifts over time. Not for you as an individual. Obviously, you care what your companions think, and
That's true.
we'll start asking others. You know, the ones who are closer to the dead trees probably are going to be more open to it or feel more affiliation with the dead trees. Let's start with that pine, because those were dead pines. Hey, friend,
Hey, friend
are
Pine.
you willing to
Hey, Pine.
engage in these practices? More
No.
willingness.
More willingness. That's true.
All right, let's
Oh
start with
my
the pine.
God.
Maybe all the pines, speaking to the pines.
That's true.
Hey,
to pines.
friends, pine trees, are you willing?
Pine trees.
Are you willing?
Are you willing?
I'm not.
I feel some
Dave.
motion.
Dave, pull out some of your trauma strain.
And to this oak tree, are you aware of
Do it.
triple oak out back? The really big oak trees, the huge
Oh my
oaks of this
God.
yard? They're doing it.
They're doing
too
it.
much.
They're
Really?
doing it. They're
You
Is
pulling
it
see
out
good
them
their
enough for
trauma
them? Is it
strands.
good enough for you?
Let her
Do it
convince the
Now it
pine
doesn't
tree.
feel so cool for not doing it anymore.
No, you look like an idiot.
Oh my God.
I thought I was doing the cooler thing.
No, you
and
look
now I
like an
don't feel
idiot.
cool.
But you can be the leader of this front yard. Well, I don't know. Pine tree ate your lunch on that.
That's true.
But you can jump on the bandwagon and not be one of the losers running around saying, "Wait for me."
Trees running around.
That other girl
That what
has
she
to be on
said?
That's
PCP
this
or
maple.
something.
Oh, she's
Hey,
on. Yeah.
Would you like to do this?
Okay, all right. Stop it right there.
Don't feel emotional.
Oh my God.
Thank
So-
you.
This is not a joke. They have hundreds of videos.
They're on
Hundreds.
We
710
just seen
right
it, yeah.
there. Jesus fucking Christ.
Hundreds of videos.
Aye.
It's been going for years.
Now this one, I noticed when I was looking this up that this particular video has 64,000 views. The other one that came up in the search only had like 9,000. So I think this one's getting legs. I don't think they typically get that many, but still 9,000 views. Is
Oh, somebody did a cut of them and posted it on Twitter, and it went viral. And
Oh,
so
they
then
didn't add
I
penis
literally-
on them.
And then James Woods tweeted it out. He said, "What the fuck is with this girl on the left?"
yeah.
And James Wood is the actor. He's like he's just basically a kind of conservative guy online. He just does post shit on Twitter or whatever.
Yeah.
And I went into the comments and I was looking down, and some guy, he's like, I did a super cut of the girl on the left. I think her name is Jamie something. I think it's mother or daughter.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I did a super cut of her saying that's true for 11,000 times. It goes for like 4 hours.
Are they all original? That's trues
Yeah.
I'd watch that.
I guess he wrote a program, an AI,
to like look
that
for
went
all,
through and
like
did
all
it,
their
all the
videos?
Copy and paste. Yeah.
all through all of their videos, and he had like 11 something thousand. And so from there I saw that, and then I went into and I found their channels, and I found that one. That was one of the best ones, because just the whole talking to the grass and trees, they're totally serious with all of that. And like I said when I texted that to you guys, that's what happens when you go down the rabbit hole and you go out the other end.
Well, okay, I'm looking for a "That's True" montage.
True.
What do I need to look for? I want to see this.
I didn't find it through a search, so you probably won't be able to find it because
Hey,
the
don't
video
feel
didn't have a lot of
There they are
views.
again.
Or a lot of tags, or a lot of promotion, or
Yeah.
a lot of forethought, or a lot of research.
Yeah.
or-
Probably got a lot of dead trees around your
Or-
computer. That's why you can't
Or a
find
lot
it.
of smart.
When I was watching this, I wrote down some words. An
That's-
exercise of patience.
That's
What,
true.
what the fuck do you think you're doing?
I
That's
just
his
wrote
job.
those words down.
You
I
don't-
made those words up. Okay, I didn't hear them.
That's my job.
Well, you can keep your job because I'm doing something else. I'm just writing shit down more.
We got the battle of the haircuts right now. We got
wow.
Becca with her porn
Platinum
girl blonde.
Becca.
Porn girl blonde.
And then we got
Wow.
Brad with his fashy Richard Spencer cut.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a compliment. Wait, who's Richard
Wait.
Spencer?
That's just
Yeah.
what they call. You know who Richard Spencer is?
No.
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 Oh, he's
Let me ask.
He's
He's
the
a-
owner of all the Spencer stores.
he's a white.
Oh.
Online.
Is
He's
he
a
really?
white national. He's a white nationalist.
Richard
Whoa.
B. Spencer. Oh, there he is.
Whoa. Yeah, that looks nothing like my hair.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if it was long and parted to the side, but this is short and spiky, edgy even.
Show me a picture of a porn girl with this hair.
Oh,
I wanna see that.
there's
Becca,
a
I will
lot.
show you a picture of somebody I know with that haircut.
I'm not
For
sure I can.
every porn, there's like
Are you ready?
5 girls with that same haircut.
You see that? You see that nice lady? That's my
Brad,
mom.
is that your mom?
Yeah.
Look at that mustache, huh?
Oh,
Who would've
yeah,
thought?
that's his dad.
For the
Yeah.
listeners, the mustache is on his dad, not his mom.
Yeah.
I can't tell if that's your mom or not. Turn it around, see if I could see that stamp on her back.
Whoa!
Oh, dang.
Boom, boom,
Damn.
boom.
Dave, you wanna open that door to Brad versus Brad mama jokes? You wanna
No,
do that?
don't.
Is that something you wanna do?
Hey,
You wanna
Brad,
go that? You wanna go that way? Hold the fuck up, son.
Dave, are you
You wanna
Dave, are you
go
pulling
that
up
way?
your mama jokes right now on your phone?
Brad, let's be honest.
Yeah, put
Brad.
your phone down.
God
Phone's
damn it.
fucking down.
Brad, you were the one that opened that door. Let's be honest.
Probably.
You joked on your own mom. It
I
wasn't
guess
Dave.
so.
It wasn't Dave that started that.
And I
not-
refuse to listen to any jokes about Dave's mom.
Right.
Especially
Show you
since,
a picture of my mom, and I'm the bad guy here.
especially since
That's what
Dave's
the world is now.
Dave's parents listen together every week. And
Right.
we love them dearly.
Do they really listen together? Like
They
they,
do.
gather around
Yeah,
the,
they do.
the phone like it's an old timey radio. Like their
No,
program's
they-
about to come on.
They travel to. They go. They always do something on Sunday with my sister and others, and they listen to the show on the way.
Your sister
can't
listens to it
imagine.
too?
I don't think so,
Oh,
She puts
No.
puts earplugs
headphones in or something?
but yes, they do.
Oh, that's cute.
I cringe at certain moments for sure.
I would cringe at a lot of moments.
Yeah, right.
I feel like I'm cringing more than you are.
That's true.
But there's also stories about how Brad be living, and
Brad be
some of
living
them
right.
deserve to be a mystery.
That reminds me, we have a couple voicemails. You guys want to do that, or you guys want to
Yeah.
do something else?
Yeah, let's do that. Before we do that, I gotta pour one of these.
All
This is
right.
new drink of the week.
McConaughey?
Nice.
Horse
What is
hair,
that?
small batch, triple smoke. This is some good shit right here.
Awesome.
Triple
This is a
smoke.
first.
First
This
pour.
this is the first pour of this. I've had this before though. This is what got me into this kind of whiskey. A friend of mine had this, and we drank before Aikido one day. He had this.
What?
so-
That doesn't seem right.
It seems
It
absolutely
loosens you
right,
up.
actually.
Perfect.
Keep
I would
your
love.
loop, keep your
I would
vibe.
love to get drunk before Aikido, but I feel like
Thinks Sensei wouldn't say anything. He'd just wait till after class and like, now, how do you feel?
What would Sensei say?
we were joking. We were actually joking about it when we were changing one day, and he was like, "As long as I can't smell it on you, I don't care." So
I don't want to be thrown today. My stomach's upset.
you know what it smells like? You know what it smells like? And Patrick would hate this. It smells like banana.
Ew, really?
It really does smell like
Ooh.
banana.
I like banana
Interesting.
smell.
Interesting.
Hang on. Let me smell.
You couldn't
Oh.
you couldn't involve the cheek muscles in that one. Just
It's very smoky. It's very good.
It's the 4G ruins it.
That whiskey I bought last week, Nathan,
Never thought about it
turns
that way.
out made by Conor McGregor.
Oh,
Oh, we just
Yeah.
got that at work.
did it come with a complimentary bulge?
complimentary
If the
cauliflower
bottle's
ear.
the bulge, then yes. But I didn't think anything of it. I knew it was St. Patty's Day, and they just had a picture of Conor McGregor on the price tag saying "fuck you." And then yesterday, I saw an interview with him talking about his company, and that's his company that makes the whiskey.
So I accidentally bought a McConaughey whiskey, and you accidentally bought a McGregor whiskey.
Yeah.
We got to battle them out. I'm pretty
Yes.
sure McGregor's gonna win
Most
that.
likely, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, is somebody monitoring chat?
Yeah.
Isn't that?
Yeah. Poop
Not
knife.
fast.
Because
Poop
I
knife's
can't.
below,
I don't.
Oh.
I don't have the bandwidth.
so- Oh, okay.
I found out poop knife is not the actual poop knife.
No way.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's the Wyatt
there's a back and
Who is
forth
it?
on Twitter because
Poop
I
knife's
think
canceled.
original poop knife for being on the show. They're like, that's not us. That
They're like, we would
somebody
never
else.
do that.
We do
Yeah.
not endorse this podcast at
So
all.
So
I don't know who
basically,
that poop knife is,
0%.
but it's not the original poop knife.
we have the poop knife demographic. Is
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
you're saying. We have attracted multiple poop knives.
So is it? So it is. It's like our hero poop knife.
He said, or he or she said it must be pretty awkward for you, Dave, whenever you talk about sounding, whenever your parents listen.
Oh, it's terrible.
Dave,
They've
what's
been a long
sounding?
time listener.
I'm
then,
telling
huh?
you guys, I've got this little guy in my brain. It's the sensor man, and I can't. He can't really do anything. He just sits there and just goes, shame, 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 shame.
all right, poop knife. Who are you? Because if you know about sounding, it's been a while since we talked about sounding, so we
Yeah.
need to know who poop,
Yeah.
poop knife. Tell us who
Poop
you are.
knife.
You don't
Type it
need
in the
to-
chat and I'll tell you
Your
if you're right or
identity
wrong.
is safe. You do not need to share your identity.
We don't need to
I'll
expose poop knife. I just want to
We
once
just want to
again.
know if it's somebody we know.
All right.
I just want to while
Can
while
it
we're
just
on
be
this.
not?
Hold on now. Hold on. I just want to while we're on this to once again invite Dave's mom and dad to call in and
No,
tell us how they feel about sounding
no.
865-316-6955.
or anything else we talk about on the show.
No.
And they could do like
865.
is their phone like connected to their Bluetooth in their car? It could be like both of them calling in and leaving a voicemail.
Yeah, that
Who
could happen.
knows?
It's happened before.
Poop knife could be Dave's dad.
Could be.
Could
Yeah.
be. Could be.
Did they have
I
the
mean,
phone
I
number?
doubt it. I doubt it. My-
We'll
I
call
doubt
shortly. Oh, Wise Poop Knife says we'll call shortly. So it's your
Call
parents.
shortly.
That's your
Oh.
parents.
Oh
It
shit!
can't be. Man, no way. There is no way it can be my parents. It's 11. It's after 11. My dad shuts down at 10.
I bet you.
That's what he wants you to think.
I bet you $100 it's Jerry.
All right.
Does anybody want
mean,
to take the bet?
I don't think I'd take the
I
bet.
No.
I don't want to take that bet because I have no idea who Poop Knife is.
Why would Jerry? Well, I guess if he's getting on Mixer, he might use that name. All right, let's see
All right,
these.
yeah,
Let's see these
voicemails.
voicemails.
All right,
Yeah.
here we go. Here's number one.
Yeah, this is Spencer, aka Pivotal in the chat. This call is actually for Brad. I'm calling about those BBL Bradby living glasses. I heard Steve-O say they were made by NASA. Is that right? Man, this thing sound bad. You said they'd be retailing for like $15. Man, I'll give you $7.23, but you paying the shipping, bitch. All right, you let me know.
Who is that?
He's
It's
Spencer.
Spencer.
It's Spencer.
Spencer, a man with fine taste.
Spencer, you're the man.
$7
pay-
and how many?
Doesn't want to pay full price.
23 cents, $7.23.
$7.23. That's not bad.
But Brad's paying
Actually,
for the shipping.
I mean,
That-
those glasses you can put in an envelope and mail.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You could ship
them.
that
You're
for
still
nothing.
making money.
They'll be bent the fuck.
You could ship that in a
You got to
In
put
like
it
a-
around like a pill bottle.
film
or-
tube. Yeah.
Yeah,
There you
film
go,
tube.
tube.
Yeah.
Or
You got to
you
put it
could-
around something.
I wonder if you took them and flattened them out and stuck them in an envelope, if they would roll back up when you got to the destination.
I think they'd be bent as fuck down the
They'd
middle.
just be straight.
Hey, I just got a message from Verizon. It says I'm using more data than normal. Is there something different that I'm doing?
Power's out.
Tell them your
Just
power's
type
out.
that.
Yeah.
Mind their
No.
own goddamn business.
Tell them not to fucking worry about
Don't
it.
fucking worry about it. It's my fucking data. I'll use it however I want.
That's really weird, actually.
It's like your credit card company calling
It comes
to say
through
that.
a little text or a little notification.
I mean, I guess it is trying to,
Make sure your phone wasn't stolen.
yeah.
Make sure there's
Yeah.
not a reason to charge you more money for some reason.
Should we?
I mean, it didn't mention that, but it will just go ahead and charge me.
Somebody stole his phone and they're just going stream crazy.
Streaming it all.
Streaming that
Cream-
4K porn nonstop.
Dare I
That's fine.
say, cream strazy.
Ooh.
What?
Yes,
Steve-O,
there.
pull that up.
I see it.
That's true.
That's
not
true. Vaguely.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, look at that, baby.
Look at
Share
this,
it.
guys.
What are
Don't
we
share
looking
it.
Share it.
Don't give away those
What?
prices.
Oh,
Well, actually,
oh.
Well, it's already on my screen.
Fuck it.
So it's on the stream if it's on my screen.
we can make a business, baby.
Oh,
Just figure
yeah.
out how to brand these motherfuckers.
Okay, take it down. Take it down. They don't need to know.
All right.
Yeah, they don't need
Oh,
to
wait.
know.
Oh,
Yeah,
never
they
mind.
can't
It's-
just pause the
hey,
YouTube
guess what?
video.
It's all,
Yeah.
Well, they gotta
Guess
go through
what?
all the effort to pull up the stream. Maybe we'll
Well,
get some views.
It's all
Steven's
Dude, we
gonna
can do
edit it
that.
and blur it all
It's all-
the prices out.
It doesn't
You
matter.
gonna make?
It's all.
You gonna see
covered
my
up.
price point?
It's
We're
all-
making a profit, baby.
We make improvement.
That is
we
fantastic.
make improvement. It's
It's all
$20.
covered up right now.
It's
because,
good for you.
'cause I've
They're
got the
called
voice-
Rollins.
Give
Roll-
away all the
Rollins.
secrets.
Yeah, see, nobody's seeing this right now on the stream, by the way. It's all covered up, so we don't have to give away shit.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, because I've got whenever I pull up like emails or voicemails or anything, I have a thing that covers up that window.
Nice.
Yeah.
I just wonder how much stamping would be on that.
Yeah. Probably
Verbal
have to work out
assault
some,
shades.
Oh my
some
God.
deal with the post office.
So cheap. Now, yeah, how would you get some design put on there?
That's,
You just go.
That's the next step to figure out.
I know a guy.
You know a
I
guy?
wonder, like a,
We just
know
ship
a
them
guy.
there and just be like, take them out, roll the little piece of sticker film thing, stain or whatever on there, and just roll them back up and send them here.
We just need to have a bunch of stickers printed, and we all just hang out one day, have a barbecue, and stick stickers on shades.
Mhm.
Sounds great. We'll see you
Yeah,
in May.
we'll do that.
Sounds like a great way to make those shades useless. It's got to be part of the menu. It's got to be made that way so you can see through it.
They're
We
hater
just have to
blockers.
drink
Slap
and
some
put stickers
stickers.
on there. They are hand stickered.
If they are
That's the selling
true
point.
fans, they do not care.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll even leave the fingerprints on there.
Yeah,
It'll
you,
be
you,
Yeah.
you
like an
can
autograph.
put them on trying to go sleep. Help you
Collect them
sleep.
all. Collect all the fingerprints.
And leave them
And
at
then-
your favorite murders.
And then try to frame us for murders. Yeah.
Yeah, then frame us.
Okay. All right. Hey, another voicemail. Looks like it's from the same phone number. So welcome
Oh.
back.
Okay, Spencer.
Hey there, guys and Becca. Long time listener, first time caller. I just wanted to call in and say I agree with Nathan King Baby Eccles about getting some of those super fights back. Just wanted to say one of my favorites was it was a teleporting guy and a floating head in the ocean water under ocean battle, and I just agree that you guys should get some more battles back. That's all. You guys are doing a great job.
Look at that.
Well,
Man,
We
Spencer.
appreciate that.
Look at that. Thank you
Well,
very much.
Yeah, thank you, Spencer.
We
but
love
super
you.
if
fights
that
suck.
really is your name.
I remember that episode too.
Did he call me King Baby?
He did.
Yeah,
King
I
Baby
think he
Echo.
called you that.
Oh,
I
I
don't
thought
know
he
why
called
that-
you.
I don't know
That
what
sounds-
that's about.
That sounds about right. That sounds
King
about right.
Baby
King
Echo.
Baby.
It's your new Juggalo name.
Yeah, yeah. Yes.
The day Nathan comes on the podcast, he's got a bunch of juggalo face paint on.
Well, that's awesome. I'm really pleased with those voicemails.
Yeah, thank
Yeah, I
you.
like him.
We will play Super Fight again as soon as the trauma from last week wears off.
That game was so good.
that
that
last
game
week
was good.
Mm,
That last week sucked, man.
it was rough. It was so rough.
We had lots
It was
of
rough.
technical
It
issues.
wasn't my game. The game was good.
Yeah,
I think it
okay,
was the
I get
technical
that.
shit
Yeah,
was-
your
that
game was
fucking-
good, and it's
Game
really
sucks.
not
That
Brad's
game sucks.
fault either. We had technology failures left and right.
Not this week though.
So far,
No.
it's okay.
Your hair is on,
Jesus.
as they say, your hair is on fleek.
My
Not
hair,
you,
mine?
not you, Patrick.
My
Yeah.
name on Fleek?
Yeah,
Dang.
isn't that what they say? Isn't that what they say?
Who's
I haven't
they?
heard that
That is what
forever.
they
I don't
say.
know. Them young
They,
folks.
they used to say Fleek. They
The
don't
young
say
folk
that
quit
anymore.
saying that
Oh,
like
okay.
a year ago.
Well, then
Yeah.
see, I wouldn't know.
Start doing
Becca-
the Fortnite dances.
Says the man
What-
with no electricity at his house right now.
Becca, weren't we out somewhere and the girl working at the store said your eyebrows were on fleek?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, I know.
This is great. Keep it coming. I like this.
I get called King Baby and you're on fleek.
The guy said my name. Spencer
He
said
did.
my name in that
Did say
voicemail.
your
No
name.
one's ever done that.
Wow.
Well, that's not true. That's not true. The lady that told me to be a nasty bitch said my name.
Yeah. Hey, and keep in mind, if Poop Knife calls in, you got to pay attention to the voicemails.
Yeah. What?
Because we normally don't? Or
No, in
We get
mid
so
show.
many.
Mid
We
show.
gotta, yeah.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah, I would get a
That's
notification
true.
on my phone.
Uh-oh.
That's true.
I don't know. Hopefully they would let us know.
I might
that
have
they
to
did.
turn the generators on.
Uh-oh. He just found some roll-up sunglasses on Amazon, $7.99.
Suckers.
I think we can
Straight
undercut
ripping
that.
people off.
We can undercut that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but what you don't know is that we actually touch the sunglasses that we sell.
That's true. And we sell them
Exactly.
for less.
Yeah, murder,
Wherever-
we gotta-
Wherever we put them.
And when you order them, we'll take no more than like 2 weeks to remember to mail them to you.
Yeah.
Right.
Kind of like these
Yeah.
stickers that I have that I was going to mail to whoever the lucky person was. That
it was Nathan.
yeah, it was, and I still have them. They're still
Oh.
sitting right here.
I thought Nathan already had them. I'm just going to go ahead and say it because he loves to hear it. Joe Call wants a sticker.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I
he's
sent
getting
you
one.
my address for mine.
You know
Yeah, but
what?
Nathan got his in
Mhm.
first.
You know
I
what?
don't care.
That sounds like a wedding gift from Verbal Assault.
There
Oh,
you
that's
go.
so nice.
Oh.
And it absolves us from like
Yeah.
gifts and shit.
Yeah, one verbal
Yeah.
assault stick. Hell, we might even give him 2. Who knows?
You
No,
know, we
whoa,
might
whoa,
we
whoa,
might
we
even
only got
sign
like
it.
7.
Yeah, you're right.
Hang on, you're gonna have to mute.
Hey,
this.
I have no invitation to that wedding, so I don't have to worry about it anyway.
Did
Well,
somebody just get abducted by aliens?
That was Dave.
No. Uh-uh.
They replaced him so quickly
yeah,
with the
it was a
doppelganger.
body swap. Yeah.
Patrick?
That's true.
It's true.
That's true.
Is somebody paying attention to chat? My
Yeah,
phone
yeah,
is
we're
making
Dave,
stuff.
Pivotal.
fucking calm down. Steve-O's on it.
Let it go, man.
Is he?
Just leave it.
Yeah, Pivotal said, "Hey, Pivotal, we listened to your voicemail already. If you just joined in, but we loved it."
Did I
Your
just hear
2
somebody
voicemails.
ignoring chat that just left a voicemail?
Steve, I'll pull that video
No.
back up. I want to see some more of that.
Okay.
No!
Wait, where'd
Bring
it
it
go?
back up. Bring it back up.
The
Oh, whoops.
trauma ropes.
Oh shit. Oh wait.
Trauma strands.
Oh, wait. Oh,
You're
Everybody
doing it almost perfect.
really needs to be watching the show.
Dave, I've watched that video like 3
My
times.
friends,
already.
confirm that they're dating. It's Sunday, November 6th, 2016.
Oh my god.
Jump
you're
ahead.
killing
To,
me.
yeah, jump to more of the
going
end.
to happen to you
No!
also. You're not the one exception in all of
Let us see it,
creation.
Dave.
And so when you die, do you want
I mean,
this on your
Steven.
karmic record that you stood in the way of dead presences who are trying to get to God?
you don't want that on your.
I
karmic
didn't
record.
think I did. I didn't know I hit that
Crazy.
kid.
They can't tell what's going on. They don't want to ask the right
So
questions.
are they
they ask
are they
wrong
like high on
questions and therefore
mushrooms
get
while they're
crazy
doing these
answers.
videos?
That's
Maybe.
true.
I think
Sure.
that girl on the left is definitely.
Am I exactly
Definitely.
right?
And if this is like a mom and daughter duo, it's just. I guess
closer
it's
you get to
okay,
the
but
light,
it
the
just
better
seems
it's
really
going to
weird.
feel.
Well, not necessarily. The better it is just because it is a shorter distance to get
That's
to the
true.
light,
There you
because you're
go.
going to go through bands
She
of
was
light and
holding
dark,
back-
and
wait,
you'll
wait,
go
wait.
from places
Let's
that are
back that
better
up
to
a second.
places that are worse, and places that are better
Oh
to
my
places
God.
that are worse, but you'll be closer.
She
The
holds
better
back
it
this,
is
that's
just
true.
because it is a shorter distance to get
That's
to the
true.
light,
There you
because
go.
you're going to go through bands of light and dark,
point.
and you'll go from places that are better to
All right,
places
we-
that are worse, and places that are
we're not
better,
gonna
and
like sit
places
here
that
and
are
watch
worse,
this
but
video.
you'll be
the whole
closer
No.
to the edge of the contaminated zone. You'll be closer to being
I
closer
cannot
to
promote
that
this
into a space for
stupidity.
truth. and
But
true
it's true.
love.
She
which is-
said it's
true.
true.
That's
She
true.
said it's true like a million times, dude.
Guys, I have seen some crazy shit on the internet. I've seen some of the best conspiracy shit and some really like I've seen people that believe in sky fairies that like herd clouds.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Heard
but-
clouds.
They herd clouds around and they like clean the air. But those two women are the greatest thing I've ever seen.
They're gone.
But wait,
As far as the crazy
but the cloud,
shit.
But whoa,
saying
whoa,
crazy
whoa, whoa,
shit.
whoa, whoa.
Let's go back to the cloud.
The cloud fairies are real, but that
Yes.
shit's stupid.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
It's so calming.
It's like
That's true.
it's like one of those things.
Like a bird call.
It's like one of the, what's the thing? ADMA.
ASMR.
What?
are true.
What is it?
ASMR.
Fairies are true.
What's ASMR?
What's ASMR?
What is that?
Making me uncomfortable, very uncomfortable.
Cloud fairies are true. Cloud fairies are true.
Can this not happen anymore, please?
That's awesome. That's the perfect way of saying, please stop assaulting my ears.
Please stop verbally assaulting my ears.
Yeah, even that's what we do.
Hey, did you guys hear New Zealand has no more guns?
I heard
They
that.
gave 'em
Just
all
like
up.
that.
Gave them all up. I found. I thought it was interesting to me because usually when you hear like news stories, you don't get any details on what they're actually changing. So the Guardian came through for me. I had to look around for quite a while to find a list of the shit that's actually changing.
That's
Because
true.
I wonder if this is something that we could see coming, years down the road. Like if this will be kind of like a case study, and maybe we'll follow suit down the road.
Man, I mean, our Constitution is pretty rock solid on that. I mean, they could try to ban certain kinds of weapons, but even then, it's pretty hard to do.
Like, okay, so for this, some of the details are like, okay, so the question is, what semi-automatic firearms won't be affected? Semi-automatic 22s, you can still have those. With a magazine which holds no more than 10 rounds, so that's pretty much most 22s, I'd say.
I heard they weren't gonna. I heard they were gonna stop making rubber band guns.
But those are single shot, bro. Those are fine.
No, not the new age ones. You can get a multi-shot rubber band gun.
There's semi-automatic. It's fine.
You might literally put someone's eye out with that thing.
You
So-
could.
Unless
So
you're
do
wearing
you-
these sunglasses.
You guys know, like, that New Zealand is now doing all this shit that shooter wanted them to do. Like, he said what they wanted them to, like, he talked about what he wanted to happen. He wanted to foment the divide between the left and the right. He specifically picked a gun to do what he did because he wanted governments to ban guns and then to have the other side fight against it and to basically spark civil war. That's what he wanted to do.
Now, really, where did that information come from that you know?
He wrote a manifesto, like he talked
Did they
about.
publish the manifesto?
It's
Yeah.
out there. It's out there. I've heard pieces of it. I haven't read the whole thing. But yeah, that's what he wanted.
Is there a divide though? I mean,
It-
there
it
very
seemed
easily
like-
could be, but all the reports that I hear, it like there's no mention of dissent. It's like
No, there was no.
everybody's-
It was like sweeping. It was so easy. So, I mean, if that was his case, I mean, is that his manifesto or Foghorn Leghorn's?
I say.
I say.
No, it says
I say.
he was, and he wasn't just talking about New Zealand. He's talking about the West, as a sense, the United States and Europe.
Well, I haven't read it.
The reason
but-
he said why he was doing what he was doing is because he went to France and he saw how Islamicized it had become, and that's what got him on his crazy path to do what he did.
I like this website's take on it. It says significant portions of the manifesto appear to be an elaborate troll written to prey
It's
on-
all a troll.
Yeah. Yeah, and at the bottom it says, for a lack of a better word, shit posting.
He literally was doing, you remember the whole white power thing with the OK sign? Have you
Nope.
talked about? Didn't I talk about that?
I do
that does
remember
seem
that.
Familiar. Yeah,
This thing
yes,
came
it
out.
does.
This thing came out where 4chan did this thing where if you do this, then it means white power because this looks like a W and this looks like a P. And they put this out there expressly to troll the left-wing media because they knew they would bite it. And that's what they did. Then you had all these articles and they would show all these like right-wing people like doing okay and being like white supremacist.
Just putting text.
And this shooter appeared in court like 2 days after, and he's cuffed, and literally he's cuffed and he's doing it with one of his hands.
Wow.
Oh,
He's doing this thing like he's trolling the whole media, and he's an internet shit poster that went nuts and did some really fucked up stuff. And I don't know. It's just the reaction to all this stuff is.
I just can't take it that lightly. He killed like 50 people, bro.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Who's taking it what lightly? I'm saying he was taking it lightly. It was a joke. He was putting jokes in everything he was doing.
Wasn't there memes written all over his guns too that he wrote?
He had Navy SEAL copy pasta in his manifesto.
He had the names of. He had the names of other shooters written on his guns.
He
of
also
other mass shooters.
He claimed Spyro, Year of the Dragon, the game, taught him that ethno-nationalism, and that Fortnite taught him to, quote, floss on the corpses.
That's
Quote.
trolling. That's what he's doing. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. That's
So now
part
Do you-
is kind of-
Do you know that there's a kid in New Zealand that downloaded the shooting video? The one I think Patrick said you've watched it, right?
I've watched it. I didn't download it.
So this kid
yeah, I've
downloaded
seen the
it and
whole
was
thing.
sharing it. He's facing up to 15 years in prison for that
Wow.
in New Zealand.
I don't know.
Is that what we
Yeah,
want?
no.
Is that what we want in the West? That kind of shit.
I mean, I think there should be a concerted effort to not like say the guy's name or show his picture or show the video that he wants, because that encourages other like-minded individuals. I don't know about jail time for someone downloading it and redistributing it. I mean, that's sort of the nature of the beast of the internet.
Yeah,
age.
but the other side of that argument is if the organization that he was with or was not with decided to post the video to, like Al Jazeera, or any terrorist organization would do those things. I mean, it's the same thing. So by giving, it's still free speech. It's all creepy and it's sad and
The thing is, that's free speech in the United States, but in New Zealand, in Canada, in the European Union, those places don't actually have explicit free speech the way we do.
Right.
Like we are very lucky here right now.
I have to assume, or maybe it's not the case, but it seems like that would be a pretty vague law. Like I would be pretty surprised if I was that kid. I would be pretty surprised that this is happening. I downloaded a video and I redistributed it, and they're not coming at me for copyright or anything like that. It's you weren't supposed to redistribute this because we didn't want to glorify the killer, which is true to most of us. We've all pretty much agreed that we don't want to do that, but I think it's important that you understand the consequence for a crime that you might commit beforehand, not like after the fact. Oh, by the way, you did this thing. You had no idea this was this punishable. This was this serious of a crime. But
Yeah, we decided we're gonna do this.
Yeah, that's the fucked up part.
Yeah, that's fucked up. It's like if all of a sudden you're muted, Becca. It's like if all of a sudden, speeding got you 5 years in jail. Like what?
Yeah.
Is anybody
But,
monitoring the chat?
I'm not.
I was gonna pipe back in. Pivotal says if those glasses are bulletproof, he'll give you $8.57 for them.
Oh,
Bulletproof? Damn.
Oh, what did you say, Brad?
Only bullets from the haters work.
Oh.
If they could be bulletproof and roll up like that would be incredible.
That would be pretty cool.
That'd be
So-
some space age shit.
Poop knife is in the chat, but didn't say anything about the New Zealand guns.
No.
Okay,
Poop
then
Knife found the roll-up sunglasses, and then that's it.
Okay, then I retract my statement. It's not Jerry.
All right.
Jerry-
Well,
he-
then I'll take the bet. I bet $100 that it is Jerry.
You can't do that now
Why?
because you already declined it.
But I guess.
Yeah, you can't take a bet once you say you aren't taking.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. But I'll make
Guys.
a bet again.
What's that, Dave?
Well, it'd have to come up.
What? Okay.
He'll bet. What he's saying is he'll bet again. He's not afraid to.
Okay.
Yeah,
I want.
Poop Knife
somebody's
says
gotta
something
wet
or
his
does
whistle.
something. I'll bet towards Jerry, I guess.
I want to read this to you guys. I want to get your thoughts on it. All right. Listen up. Men are trained from birth to disregard the desires of women. Come to think of it, the process is initiated long before that. All males begin their lives within the bodies of their mothers.
Oh fuck!
They are literally inside a woman without her verbal consent.
Oh my god!
I cannot put this explicitly enough. The very first thing a male does in his life is to rape his own mother.
Wait, where? Wait.
Wow. Wow. But by the same roll of the dice, if she had a female, then it would be a null issue.
No, it'd be
No, that would be beautiful.
Hmm.
That would be beautiful, and the trees.
still rape.
The trees would love it. Someone tell me that's
true.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Since the dawn of time, and even long before that, women have struggled under the dead weight of patriarchy. The history of womankind is like a sand beetle attempting to traverse the Serengeti with a horse's bollock upon its back. Yes, women in the West can vote, pursue careers, and all other cliches that males are so fond of parroting. Yet the sad truth is that women in our society today are more oppressed than ever before. It is the illusion. It is the illusion. It is the illusion. It is the illusion of freedom that makes our oppression all the more devastating. The fact that so many women think they are enjoying their lives only serves to prove my point.
Oh!
Mm.
So many women are having a good go of it, and that proves my point. Look, I ain't saying that women don't experience some bullshit, but worst in history, worse than it's ever been. Oh, it's so bad.
I don't feel it. I mean,
Well.
I'm alright.
Guys, this book is
You got blonde privilege.
Oh my god,
Whoa.
it's in your hands.
Oh no! What is that?
Oh my
Huh?
god.
Woke. A
It's
Guide
not
to
burning
Social
you?
Justice
It's
by
not
Titania
burning?
McGrath.
Who's that?
It's
Who
a
isn't
writer.
it?
It's a writer of
Who
this.
the fuck is she?
Guys, it's a joke.
I
It's a
told
parody.
you, Nathan,
Is it
you
a
brought that
parody?
up. I wasn't going to be on the show anymore.
Everybody believed it. Did you? Everybody took it seriously. That's how far we've gone.
You know,
I believe somebody believed it. That's
Oh,
the
Nate-
problem.
is
People
that
do
the-
believe it.
Nathan,
Dave
you've
believes
got
it.
to tell him the story.
Yeah,
You've got to tell him
yeah,
about the tweet this
okay,
week because
now-
I was the sucker. I was the very fucking first sucker.
Yeah. When you started reading that, I was like, wait, I've heard this. I was thinking, did we talk about this last week? I remember you telling us about it now. Tell the listeners about this glorious person.
Oh yeah, this is Titania McGrath. It's somebody on Twitter, a comedian. It's a I guess you'd call it a social justice warrior parody account that came out with this book, and I posted that passage the first one I read to Twitter, and Dave was all outraged apparently.
I tried
Freaked
not
out all
to
day
say
about it.
anything. I tried, and I didn't want to respond. And and here's the funny thing.
I thanked her for flogging me with her words on Twitter.
I thought you were
Yes.
being sarcastic.
And I was just following right along with it. And Crosstown Beano doesn't do politics. And it was so funny because Nathan when we were talking about this after the fact, I think he said it like 3 times. I thought it was fairly obvious. I thought it was fairly obvious. And I mean, I'm gullible. I thought it was fairly obvious. I felt so stupid. I was duped.
Duped.
But I could not believe. I mean, seriously, I thought. I mean, in my defense, it has gotten that bad that I thought
Yeah.
That's
that
not so much a stretch.
something was there,
Yeah.
you know. And I said, and I was slightly annoyed at Nathan for having paid this person for the damn book. And I tweeted that. I said, please tell me you bought this used.
Yeah, I bought it from the UK store too with the exchange rate. It was pretty expensive to get shipped over
Oh,
here.
really?
I pre-ordered it. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I thought you like went to McKay's or something.
No, this just came out. This just came out like last week.
Oh, that's
I mean,
hardback.
this came off a whole lot better than I think you ever thought. I mean, you got me hook, line, and sinker. And when we were talking about this, as he was saying, I forget what it was. I thought it was fairly obvious that
We were
he
on
got.
Rocket
I said, you know, when you guys talked about flat earthers, that was the first time I'd ever heard of it. So you exposed me to that, and you know that's, you know, I guess that's kind of neat. That the joy of the whole thing is you guys exposed me. It's such a dirty word to things that I otherwise would not and ever look at.
What,
And
like monkeys fucking dogs in the mouth?
yes, right, right. That was disgusting. So you know, you got to rise out of me. I completely give, but wow. I mean, and I did it on Twitter. Oh my God, I fell for it.
You can delete that shit.
I gotta see this.
I'm not going to because it's a great story, actually.
Wait, let's go to Dave's Twitter and find out what he
No.
Yeah, read my response to every my initial thing. And while you find that, there's a funny thing is, Dave, I was duped too because I knew that Titania was a parody account, but you know it was a woman. There was a picture, and I had somewhat of a crush on Titania, and then like 2 weeks ago there was an article like Titania McGrath comes out, and it's this 40-year-old dude from the UK who's a comedian, and I was like, no.
That's awesome, Nathan. That's
And it
a
didn't even
great
bother me.
story.
It didn't bother me so much. It was just the fact, like, I don't care if it's a man or a woman. It's just that the mystery of it is gone. Like the guy had come out, like, because
Right.
nobody knew who the person was. Like, and there were all these articles speculating, like, who is Titania really? Like, who is it? And there were all these comedians in the UK, like, being implicated, like, in like literally articles coming out where they're saying, "I am not Titania. Quit calling me Titania McGrath. I'm not." And then finally the guy like says, "All right, it's me." And then
That's
like
awesome.
there's an article about it and everything, and I was like, I like the mystery of like nobody knowing who that person was, because the account is so funny. It's really hilarious, and I should have known, because what we all know is that women aren't funny.
Yeah,
So
I was gonna help you out with that one.
you knew I was gonna say that.
I did.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You know, sometimes the mystery of not knowing who people are is part of the beauty of why it is the magic of why it's funny, or why it's serious, or why it's not serious, or, you know, why it's just a rip in the pants. But yeah, I get it. But it was really cool. I can't even believe I responded. Crosstown Beano does not respond to political statements, man. He just
right.
doesn't.
So here's Steve-O pulled up my first thing there.
Yeah.
Oh
It's got
no.
it's got the replies underneath it. Go ahead and read in your own
All right.
voice.
All right.
As a disgusting white man in Tennessee, I know I have little hope, but still I try to be a little more woke every day. Thank you to Titania McGrath for flogging me with your truth. I have a picture of that. And then Dave replies, "Is that a do-it-yourself castration guide?" I reply, "Castration is only a band-aid to the problems posed by the patriarchy."
And then posted a picture of the paragraph that he just read about
Right.
the very first thing a male does is rape his mother.
And then Dave being all serious and argumentative. So, what about them folks trying to have kids, Ann? this tweet stopped for show material. Oh, I didn't see this one. One more thing. Please tell me you bought the book used or that you found it while dumpster diving. Otherwise, and then he's got fucking Captain Picard facepalm gif.
and then Brad chimed in, yeah.
Yeah, I was there too. It's like Jesus fucking Christ.
Take all the babies
to jail.
There we go. All y'all bought it.
You did. I mean, I fell for it. I was duped. I was so duped.
I think it was because it was written in a book. I was like, oh no.
It must be real.
No, somebody spent money to publish this.
Yeah, I thought it was real. You told us it was when we were playing Rocket League the other night, right? You were telling us about it. I thought it was real. And actually, just now when you were reading it, I was like, I feel like I recognize this, but I still felt that same anger building up because I forgot that it was a joke.
Todd started to argue with it too. I was halfway through reading it, and Todd got back on the mic and started to be like, and I was like, yeah. I was like, and I told Steve, I was like, my favorite part is all the conservatives that get really mad and start calling her a communist cunt and stuff online. It's really funny.
Yeah, I would imagine Todd was certainly in a Modelo mood, so that would have went on, Bo. That would have. You mean to tell me?
All right, so Jerry sent me a text today and said, fan submission for the podcast. It's an article he wants us to talk about. He said it's old, but it's worth talking about.
Do I need to pull it up or anything, or just
just read it?
Okay.
Yeah. The title is "Victim of Cannibal Agreed to be Eaten."
Oh, what?
What?
I think I've heard of this.
Let your teeth sink into that one.
In Germany.
Well, he agreed to it.
So this, wow, he said it was a little old.
Still illegal.
Take a guess for what year this article was written.
1953.
Wow, Dave, thanks for ruining everything.
What? What?
93.
No, it's 2003. You guys.
I was gonna say I've heard a lot of stories like this, so I don't know. This has happened quite a few times actually. So
you were gonna let me make me feel like that was my fault. That's rough.
Well, this is going to be special because there is a couple of quotes, and this is a story about a man from Germany, and I might give a German accent a shot this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
My new hair is making me feel very confident.
Yeah.
Pronounce all your W's with a V.
You got that.
Well,
you definitely have an Aryan look going.
You know how to do it. Just let it out.
I don't have blue eyes.
Well, you're getting close.
It's fine.
Yeah, I'll get those dyed too.
We'll
just
bleach in your eyes.
Yeah, just relax. Just let it happen. It'll be fine. You can do it.
Okay.
Very easy.
I'm not doing it for the whole article, just for the quotes.
Just
Okay.
for all of the article.
Oh yeah, no, just as for the quotes, it's fine. The quotes is fine.
Frankenfurter.
You guys are gonna make me sound really bad.
Yeah, let her go. Let her do this. Let's see what happens.
All right. To the family next door, Armin Muse seemed the perfect neighbor. He mowed their lawn, repaired their car, and even invited them round for dinner. Other residents in the small German town of Rottenburg, is that how it's pronounced? Rottenburg?
Sure.
Rottenburg. Also,
Rottenburg.
Rottenburg in Schreiben.
Just saying it's right, yeah.
The other residents of that town also believed there was nothing odd about the 42-year-old computer expert whose light burned late into the night inside his creaking mansion.
He's fine, yeah. He's okay.
He likes to party.
Yesterday, however, this is 2003, mind you, Muse appeared in court charged with killing and then frying and eating another man.
Oh. At least he killed him first.
Yeah, before frying him and eating him. In one of the most extraordinary trials in German criminal history, the self-confessed cannibal admitted that he had met a 43-year-old Berlin engineer, Bernd Brands, after advertising on the internet and had chopped him up and eaten him. It was, he said, something he had wanted to do for a long time.
Wait,
I-
who had won it? The cannibal or the other guy?
The cannibal. He said, I always had the fantasy, and in the end, I fulfilled it.
Pretty good. That's good. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Muse told the court on the first day of his trial for murder in the nearby city of Kassel. Yesterday, German prosecutors described how Muse had fantasized about killing and devouring someone, including his classmates from the age of 8.
Wow.
And the desire grew stronger after the death of his mother in 1999. In March 2001, Muse advertised on the internet for a young, well-built man who wanted to be eaten.
Oi!
Oh.
On the evening of March 9th, the two men went up to the bedroom in Muse's rambling timbered farmhouse. Mr. Brand swallowed 20 sleeping tablets and half a bottle of schnapps before Muse cut off Brand's penis with his agreement and fried it for both of them to eat. For both of them
I
to
remember
eat.
this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
Dave screaming into the dark. Looking into the mouth of madness.
That is not right.
Well,
It gets
he's
better.
He's gonna be eaten later that day anyway. What does he need his penis for?
Valet.
True.
Yeah, this is a famous story. Yeah.
Jerks off one
Mhm.
last time, and that's that's it.
Well, Brands, by this stage, bleeding heavily,
Of course.
took a bath while
What?
Muse read a Star Trek novel.
Oh my
Read it
god.
to him?
Jesus
Or just
Christ.
sat there and read it to himself.
I
Yeah,
hope you
read
read
it
it,
to him would
guy.
have been better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy pants.
How do you cut someone's penis off and then like not be in excruciating pain? He got some kind of meds or something? Is he
Probably.
He took
Sleeping pills.
Oh,
he took
Some
sleeping
bitches-
pills and drank a half a bottle of
I was
schnapps.
too busy
He's-
going. Oh!
Yeah.
I missed that part.
He's
Yeah,
sniffing
schnapps.
dryer sheets.
Schnapps will fuck you up. That's the first time I got drunk, like a hangover drunk, was drinking just fucking glasses full of peach schnapps.
Oh, peach schnapps. You got to get that Goldschlager. Get those
Schneech pops.
Goldschlager.
good
Ooh, yeah, Goldschlager.
drinks.
All right,
are gold.
so in the early hours of the morning, he finished off his victim by stabbing him in the neck with a large kitchen knife, kissing him first.
Ooh,
What?
God.
Oila.
How romantic.
The cannibal then chopped Mr. Brands into pieces and put several bits of him in the freezer next to a takeaway pizza and buried the skull in his garden.
Oh my god.
That's true. Over the next
true.
over the
They have a
next
takeaway pizza in his freezer.
That's weird, yeah. Why is it in
Yeah,
his freezer?
why is it-
That's weird. It's true, but it's weird.
That's
So true, but it's weird.
That's true.
So true and weird all at the same
Pull the
time.
trauma strings.
Yeah, I
out of
hope
your
he fucking
skull.
pulled the trauma strings out before he ate him.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy bastard.
Those
Trauma string, crazy
those trauma
bastard.
strings, they get stuck in your teeth.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't
You
fun.
can use them as floss if you pull them out intact.
Well, but
Yeah, you
Oh,
gotta have a. You gotta have a.
true.
You gotta have a trauma toothpick.
All right, so over the next few weeks, he defrosted and cooked parts of Mr. Brands in olive oil and garlic, which is probably the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Eventually
Add a little salt.
consuming 20 kilograms of human flesh before police finally turned up at his door. I wonder how they found out. Anyway, with every bite, oh wait, this has to be in German. Okay. With every
Don't lose. You had it. Don't lose
Let's
it
go, let's
now.
go, let's go. Do it.
with every bite, I can't. My memory. This doesn't have enough W's for me
Do
to
it.
do it.
Just do it.
this every
Good.
bite.
With every bite. Yeah.
Come on.
With
Channel
every bite.
Schultz.
I don't
My
know if it's-
memory of him grew stronger. How was that? That sounded pretty German.
Yeah.
Oh.
If
I
you
didn't-
spoke completely English.
Which I do, coincidentally. Behind bars, Muse told detectives that he had consumed his victim with a bottle of South African red wine. Nathan, what do you think about that?
I've had South African red wine.
Does-
It's okay.
Does it pair well with human penis?
Does it pair well with cock?
That's true. That's true.
my god. Human penis tears well with red wine.
That's true.
He got his best cutlery and decorated his dinner table with candles. He tasted of pork, he added.
Mm-hmm. That's what they say.
The
That's what
other-
I've said.
You
That's
did
what I
say
think
that.
I've said. We've had this. I think we've had this cannibal discussion before. How I've heard that firefighters won't eat barbecue because some of them have smelled people burning in houses and it smells like pork.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
The other white meat.
Yeah.
The unprecedented case has proven problematic for German lawyers who discovered that cannibalism is not, in fact, illegal in Germany.
No.
Well,
It's-
okay. So
It's one of those just understood
I'm
kind
pretty
of.
sure you still go to jail for the murdering of the person,
Right.
but you're allowed to eat them.
Yeah.
It's kinda
I
like-
mean,
It's like possession is okay, but selling or buying is not okay. But once you have it
It's-
in your possession, it's fine.
it's
That
more
had a good
along
one.
the "Weiß not, want not."
It's like the roadkill laws. You know, you find
Right.
a, dead,
Right.
a carcass on the road, or you hit one, you're allowed to take it home and eat it, just so it doesn't
In
go to
some
waste.
states, yeah.
In some states.
But we talked about that where the guy had his fucking foot amputated and he made tacos for his friends and they ate his foot.
Oh,
Ugh.
God.
That was in the U.S.
Taco Tuesday.
That was the one I'd heard about.
Yeah, he posted pictures of it and everything online. Yeah.
I'd call it Taco Tuesday.
Quality.
It's pretty good.
That's quality. We're really
I feel like-
rebounding after last week. I'll tell you.
Oh
Oh,
God,
Totally.
dude! All we'd have to do is turn on the lights and just sing "Happy Birthday" to top last week.
That's true.
It's true.
Dave has no lights.
Yeah, that's
Dave, you need to have this lighting from now on. It's great. I like it. a
Yeah,
lot.
the shadow as
cave lighting. Cave
Yeah,
lighting.
That's right. Yeah.
Do you want to hear how this continues?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dying over
So instead of cannibalism, because it's not illegal, they charged Muse with murder for the purposes of sexual pleasure and with disturbing the peace of the dead, because that's
I don't like
illegal.
that charge.
Oh.
That's not an accurate charge. I mean, the murder part, but the
You don't know that. That's Germany.
don't live in
There's crazy
Germany.
stuff
You know,
all over the
The
place.
disturbing I mean, if somebody went in and dug up your grandma and raped her corpse, you wouldn't
he
have.
didn't rape this person's corpse though. There was
Okay, I
see
mean,
no,
as an
I
example.
mean, dug up your grandma and made a soup out of her bones and
that's
ate
not
it.
sexual.
You'd be okay
Dug
with
up
it?
your grandma.
No, those
and
were
played
two separate
jacks with her.
charges.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was murder with the intent to. what
That
it?
was the first one, and then the second one was basically desecrating a body. That's
Wait,
right.
Let's hear those.
Read
charges.
those two. Yeah, read it again.
Okay. Read the same thing again.
Yeah.
Read the charges.
Okay.
Charges.
He was charged with murder for the purpose of sexual pleasure and disturbing the peace of the dead.
Two separate ones. Yeah.
Yeah, two
And
separate-
disturb.
murder with the what?
Sexual pleasure.
Yeah,
Steve,
I didn't. It wasn't sexual pleasure,
It's because he cut off the penis and gave
but
him
he
wine.
was alive at that point.
Well, he also
That's why
he
it's
also
And but he
kissed
died
him.
from it.
Yeah.
He bled to
died
death from
that act.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, but dude, people get off on choking people, and people get off on being choked,
When
and
they-
shit happens.
When the cop showed up at his door, did he have a boner?
Yes, and you can
Oh.
go to
the
Not
cop or
anymore.
the guy.
if you're fucking somebody and you're choking them at the same time and they happen to die, you can get charged for killing that
He
person.
wasn't fucking.
Even
him.
if it's an accident.
There wasn't anything sexual that happened other than the chopping off of the penis.
He had to
which
grab his
happened-
penis.
It happened.
Boom.
It happened before the
Anything
man was
involving
dead.
sexual organs.
hey,
is sex.
hey, it's a bona fide crime.
It is a crime, but
Oh.
I
Where's
don't
that
think-
rim shot?
I don't think
Ah.
this
Thank you.
charge.
Quick enough.
Three of them.
Dave's
mean,
on fire tonight.
What happened to
Wow.
good old fashioned murder? Can it not just be murder? What?
That's not how things work over yonder.
Yeah, I don't know why it wouldn't just be straight murder. I don't know that. I guess it's because it was the penis, and that does denote some kind of sexual thing to it, right?
And he kissed him.
Well,
Yeah, I
because
would
that's a
think so.
sexual organ.
yeah,
Yeah.
and he did kiss him.
He kissed him.
Yeah.
But
Right before he killed
did
him
not
with-
I remember
defile his
back
body
in
afterwards, right?
back in
He just
sex
ate it.
ed, they
He
said
just chopped it up and ate it.
Yeah, he just chopped it up and ate it. Nothing more.
Nothing more than that.
Nothing more, nothing less. All right,
Hey,
so
Patrick was trying to say something.
yeah.
we
I
kept
was trying to
talking
say
over.
something, but yeah.
Go ahead.
Back in sex ed, were saying the definition of sex has anything to do with the sexual organ. So even though there's no penetration or anything, if you're messing with the dude's penis,
So just,
they'd probably still consider that sex.
so just
Yeah, there's a
Bullshit.
whole Clinton.
I don't
thing
agree with
that.
it.
That's
but
not
I'm
what
just
God.
saying, yeah.
That's not what Yahweh says.
so
Yeah.
so just having a penis in my pants. That's sex.
If you go to touch it, it's sex.
No, having your penis in
You're
another
going to
man's
jail.
penis.
a penis in my pants.
I got a penis
Touch
in
your
my
penis,
pants.
you go to
I
jail.
just had sex.
That's the title of the show, by the way. A penis in my pants.
No,
No,
Becca.
don't make
Title,
it
the
that, no.
title is obvious.
Becca, the title is "That's True."
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
the title. I was gonna say that because hell, maybe people are searching for it, and maybe our video will pop up.
That's true.
That's true.
Okay, so this is about to get interesting.
Oh, it's about to.
Could it
Mhm.
be any more interesting?
I gotta
No,
touch
it's-
my penis.
It's the exact
Oh.
same amount of interesting as it has been so far.
Let's make this podcast sexual.
just,
Is that what we're doing now?
We
have
just need
have a
one of
penis.
us to touch a penis.
I'm touching it.
You don't even
All
have
right.
to touch it. You just have to have it. Oh wait, no,
Oh,
you did
yeah.
say
Well,
it
no,
involves
yeah.
touching.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if it has to involve touching it. It's definitely enjoyable too.
Okay, well,
God.
it's not going to be me because there's nothing. I don't have one.
I'm pulling on some right now.
Is that the trauma line? Or
Is it
the
connected?
dick line?
Oh, it's all connected.
It's
Yeah.
all
Gets this trauma line out through his dick hole.
oh
Fucking
my.
pull it out.
And it's not even like pulling it out. It's more like milking a cow. You know, you have to.
Oh,
Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
grab it. Yeah, you don't. Want
trauma milk.
Yeah.
Trauma
Kind
milk.
of kind of a pulling, stirring motion, really. It's
That's
kind
right.
of like this. You know.
They had like
Alright.
an overhand technique.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes you want to like reach under your leg and pull it that direction just because
Man.
it's weird.
Oh, that's yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
talking You know, you want to pull it out from behind. It's almost like someone else is doing it just because
That's-
your
I
arm
mean,
isn't
it will
usually in
eventually.
that position. You know,
Are you sitting down while doing this?
You can
Or
be.
are you
who
standing
knows?
up?
No, you can't be sitting down, can you?
Sure. I'm doing
If
it
you
right
yeah,
now.
you be sitting down and doing
Keeps
it.
you on the
you're
edge of
sitting
your
on your
seat.
arm. Yeah.
All right, can we see how this turned out?
yeah, sure.
It's very interesting.
Okay.
Okay, wait,
so-
hold on. Before you do that,
Mhm.
Dave, where are you? I feel like I think Dave turned his camera off, and
I think you.
I'm,
He's
I'm
trying
wondering.
it.
You went
I'm
to
wondering-
get the. You went to turn on the generators.
I was thinking this sexy discussion might have got to Dave a little bit. That's what I'm thinking.
He just.
No, I think you went to.
He just
get
muted
his
himself.
generators.
Got the whole house to himself. No
Yeah.
power.
Dave's gonna come back on. He's gonna have his shirt off.
He's gonna try
in the
the
shadow.
what
Pulling on
Steve
his-
was talking about.
Pulling on his tendons
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yep. Trauma strands.
Trauma strand.
Trauma
that's it.
strands. Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Becca.
I want to hang myself with a trauma strand.
All right. Well, you got to pull it out
Jeez.
first.
No problem. Okay, so the cannibal, the accused, has a unique defense that his victim agreed to be killed and eaten.
Mhm.
So, crucial to the case is a gruesome videotape made by Muse of the entire evening,
Whoa.
during which Brand apparently makes very clear his consent. And before setting off on his one-way journey to Rotenburg, Brand's was, outwardly
is
at
that like
least,
a play on rotisserie or something?
probably
I
not.
think it was intentional.
That was probably a name of a town before rotisserie was a thing.
Rotisserie, I think, is a French word.
No, rotisseries have been around for a long time. I want to say. I want to say cavemen were doing rotisserie. Dave,
Oh,
do
probably.
you have any insight? Did cavemen do rotisserie? Do you know any guys that used to do rotisserie back then?
What the fuck are you trying to say there, bro?
Oh.
Hey, Dave, where did you go?
He took a nap.
Fucking nap.
It was so entertaining. I'm here.
He's here.
He's wiggling. We see you.
He thinks we
Did you
didn't know.
change shirts?
I don't think so.
So
Well,
Or did I?
Do you know I had
No.
that same thought?
you're right and I'm right. It's something cavemen have been doing for as many years as they were around, and the word comes from the French, where it
There you
first
go.
appeared in Paris.
Cavemen change shirts all the time.
Brad on the live fact checking for us.
Yeah.
I thought we
Becca.
weren't going to waste our time with fact checking anymore.
Only on
Yeah,
things
it's
that.
just
Oh, listen,
stupid.
I
we
snuck it
fact
in.
check only on things that are not important.
Yeah.
Becca,
Right.
what's the rest of
Exactly.
the... Becca,
Okay.
where's this article? Where's it at? Where's it at? What happens? I want to know.
Okay, so
If he
before-
got off a second time.
do you want to know?
Rip shot.
Okay, so
Give me a rib shot, Patrick.
you don't want to know.
You want a rim
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Yes, I do want to know, Becca.
Before setting off on his one-way journey to be eaten, Brands was outwardly a successful, financially secure professional with a live-in girlfriend. The girlfriend, Bettina, told German TV that she had enjoyed a healthy sex life with Brands, but they split up after he revealed that he also liked men.
He was so good and so gentle.
Was that a German woman?
Great
Sound
German.
like an Asian woman.
Yeah.
He's got the yellow fever.
What was her name again? Patina?
But Bettina.
Ugh.
Okay. Prosecutors said Brands was suffering from a
Must be
severe
old.
psychiatric disorder and a strong desire for self-destruction. After killing Brands, the German cannibal met 5 other men who responded to his internet advertisement, including one from London. He did not kill them. So the resolution is, if convicted, okay, so I guess this was written before he actually had his trial, but if convicted, Muse faces life in prison. A verdict is due early next year, so that would have been 2004. So there's probably a verdict at this
Yeah, I
point.
want to say he did get convicted.
Yeah, look that up real quick. And while you do that, I just want to say I was reminded, and I really miss our Craigslist. Remember our forays into Craigslist? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
We need to find an internet alternative. It's got to be out there because that's just the way the world works. There,
Becca, are
They
you
will-
looking up the
No,
End of
I
the
thought Brad was the fact checker.
I'm looking it up. Looks like he got convicted. It says retrial murder conviction. and then
Let's
more.
go interview him for the podcast.
They also made
Or not.
3 movies about him. And a
Yeah,
couple songs.
they've spoofed it so many times too.
Yeah.
so is this guy basically he's just in prison now forever? I don't think they have the death penalty in Germany anyway. He's just in prison.
You're muted.
I don't know.
I'm muted.
No.
No, I was.
Let's see.
Brad looks like he's in prison.
Yeah. The court in Frankfurt convicted him in 2006 of murder and sentenced him to life in prison.
Life in prison. There you go.
I wonder if they did have the death penalty. I wonder what his last meal would be.
Penis.
Penis.
You know, the funny thing is, when we were fact checking, Brad was all, he just had the answer. It's like we could ask him any question. He would fact check it and say, what was his last meal? It was actually stuffed crab and, filet mignon.
Do you guys
Nathan's hot dogs.
have a last meal? Do you know what your last meal would be if you got to pick it?
It's probably gonna involve
Mm.
oysters.
I don't know. I like steak.
Do you like steak that much that that's the last thing you want to eat?
I don't know. I haven't thought of that. This is a question Steve-O usually asks sometime around 8 o'clock through text message. And we think about it.
You got a little time.
Yeah.
Which
But it's a good
means-
question.
This means you haven't given it much thought.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would think about this. This is worthy of thought.
I think you'd have plenty of time to think about it, seeing as that would become a thing that would be an issue to you, and you know it would be.
every time they execute somebody, they say what their last meal is.
One dude ate a Bible.
And every time they send an astronaut into
what?
space, they tell them what their last meal is too. Every time they enjoyed a hearty breakfast, bacon and eggs, and sausage and toast.
I would probably go with pulpo gallego from Melita, Spain.
Good choice.
Bread and wine. And the best thing is like hopefully I could do that request and they would have to like fly somebody over to get it.
Yeah.
I'm sure it doesn't work that way though. They're gonna be like, you're gonna get McDonald's if that's what you're gonna tell us.
Hey,
The
we're
last
gonna
meal
call
is
it
from
good.
this list.
Keep it simple, dummy. We're not gonna fly to Spain for you to this
We got-
tiny town in the middle of nowhere.
We got PB&J. We got a hamburger Happy Meal from McDonald's. and
Yeah.
Taco Bell.
I
You got
think
some
I'd-
slightly brown apple slices.
I think I'd go for the if you happen to ask for it on the right day, the country fried pork tenderloin from Southern Charm in Cape Canaveral,
I thought
What day is that?
and oysters.
I thought you were gonna say the she crab soup from the soup kitchen only on Wednesdays.
It's only on Wednesdays, so that it's a snow crab soup,
Oh.
and it is only on Wednesdays. And if they have some left over on Thursdays, but that's never.
You gotta get there
guaranteed.
early for that.
They usually run out sometime in the evening on Wednesday. Let's be honest.
I'd ask them for my grandmother's home cooked pressure cooker ham special recipe, and they'd have to find all that kind of shit. So maybe, unless they'd go with Nathan's response and go, no, you're getting a Happy Meal.
I got some fun bonus material about that murder.
Oh, what you got?
After he cooked it, he took the burnt parts and fed it to his dog.
He made his.
That was nice. He made
Made the
Well,
dog
that's,
eat it.
yeah, I mean, he's very that's helpful.
Peter's
He
happy.
didn't waste it.
Yeah.
Peter's pretty cool with that, I'm sure.
I don't know about that. Peter'd probably say the dog should have got his food on its own.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been the leftovers.
Yeah, natural selection. Hey, I wanted to give a shout out.
Do it.
Real quick. The only thing I'm bringing to the table tonight. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I hadn't streamed in a while, but when I did start streaming again, a guy had hosted me, Wet Taco, on Mixer.
Dave
And
is in love with this guy.
he's awesome.
Cool
He's so
dude.
nice.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. I follow him on Twitter. He's always got real nice posts and things.
Yeah,
Appreciate
it's
it.
very positive. And so today he found out that he is officially partnered with Mixer.
Sweet.
And
Congratulations, Wet Taco.
he always did this thing where he would do he was going to stream every day for 365 days or however that worked. And so every one of his, when he would go live, and still does, the tweets of the year and what day it was. So he did all of this through dedication, hard work, and did it within a year. And
It's
so
almost like
he's
it's
a partner.
It's like there is a formula in front of you. And it's a huge pain in the ass. But if you just do this thing, then it can happen.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, every day he was always doing something. I mean, there were maybe 1 or 2 days he'd take a date day with his girlfriend, but he's tweeting to people. But I just wanted to give a shout out because he inspired me, and I'm really, really glad that he got partnered. I think it's worthwhile, and
Yeah, good for him.
I think it's worthwhile for the community. So, yay, Wet Taco!
Yay, Wet Taco. Hey, Wet
Hey, Wet
Taco.
Taco.
Hey, Mixer, we stream on Mixer too. Maybe you want like an official podcast. It's not, we're not streaming games, but we're good, wholesome, decent people.
Wholesome
talking
is a
about-
bendable word, but we're all with it.
We are so wholesome. We will give you the ins and outs of cannibalism, of sounding.
And,
You
how
wanna
to
know
serve penis.
pull out your trauma strands. We'll tell you that.
This is the place to
Yeah.
be.
Right?
That's true.
It's cool. I do want to make the point or elaborate on the point that you're making, and that's that like it seems to me, just from experience, that with any of these like non-traditional type careers, that you might dream of, like being in a band or doing streaming or like I'm currently pursuing photography, whatever it is, stuff that doesn't necessarily require like going to college or like where do I put in my application to get this job at whatever. Really, all it takes, it's a simple concept, but it's hard to do. It takes dedication and persistence, and then you just gotta be good at it. And that being good at it comes with the practice that you will get from the persistence and the dedication. It comes naturally, which is
You got to go out and do it.
all you have to do is do it. When you think about, well, it'd be really cool if I could do this non-traditional type job. You just have to start doing it, and then doing it constantly, and you will get better with almost no work at all, because putting in the reps, you'll just get better. You'll have to be more creative, and you'll have to come up with things that you do, and try to expand what you can do, and over time it just happens.
And I think that's interesting, and it's a really good segue. When you got NASA Social, we were all so thrilled. That was the plan. Well, that wasn't the plan, but just to be, it's part of the matrix of doing what you want to do, and I think, dare I say it? Oh my God, I'm quoting Liza Minnelli, but I think she made a quote that said, "Be prepared for luck."
Yes.
And I'm paraphrasing, I think, but I do believe. Part of just doing what you enjoy doing prepares you for luck.
Yeah.
And when the luck comes around, you're there.
Make sure that you are prepared for the opportunity when it comes, because God forbid that opportunity comes and you're like, I don't have anything ready. I have no idea what I'm doing. You could already be putting in the reps, and then when that opportunity comes, you'll be ready.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to take up the whole thing for that. I think it's really cool, and I'm glad that we're still doing this, and maybe it'll take off. But man, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Dedication, hard work, perseverance, effort, yada yada.
Yeah.
Since when are we so inspirational?
Since
That's not our thing.
it's new. Ever since you dyed your hair blonde.
Right now,
I'm inspired now.
Oh, stop bringing it up.
She's like, this is step one, but she's just
I've been pulling out my trauma strands all day today, and I feel fucking amazing.
You look amazing.
Nice.
We can tell, yeah.
I can tell.
You're all looking good today.
Yeah.
Goddamn good looking podcast in here.
I got the right lighting going on.
Yeah.
You can't see everything.
It's like Dave's campfire over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it. Becca,
Yeah.
I think it is that time.
To talk about my hair some more.
Is that the title of your poem?
Let's
No.
talk about my hair.
This is only step one. I'm doing something different to it on Tuesday. They had to bleach it so that the other color that I'm actually getting my hair dyed will show up.
Right.
But I almost kind of don't want to do it. I almost kind of just want to keep this.
Yeah.
I think you should just
Get
keep that.
highlights.
She's getting ready for that beach hair.
Yeah, you can do pink anytime. Now that you're blonde,
Now that you're platinum,
you're free. You can do whatever.
it's not.
So ride the wave for while you can.
This is great.
It is a
This
pretty
is
good.
really-
It's a pretty good blonde. It's
Yeah.
It didn't get too far.
You
Didn't
got to
go
keep
too
up with
far.
that new growth though, and don't you dare
Yeah.
call them roots.
Roots.
I don't know.
Roots.
I
Is that
did-
like a shameful term now?
yeah,
Is that
I
root
dated
shaming?
I
It's
dated
cultural
a,
appropriation.
I dated a hairstylist for a while, and there were two terms that you do not use. There were appropriate terms, and you do not use the wrong one, and that is you don't say roots. It's called new growth, and you don't say dye. You call it hair color. or color.
Is it-
Oh.
Those are
color
just
your-
spin words
I know.
for selling shit. That's
Is
all.
that-
But I get it.
Yeah.
Is that because your roots are actually in your scalp?
I think it's more. I think
That makes
I
sense.
think
Start
it's what,
there.
what they're picking up on. I think it's more just what it sounds like. Roots doesn't sound good. New growth. New growth.
New growth?
Yeah, roots just reminds
That's
you
true.
of like racism and slavery.
That's right.
You
I
don't want to
guess.
think about that.
And dye. Anybody can put dye in their hair, but if you get hair color, that means you maybe got it done by a professional. I guess. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I get that too.
Means you did it right.
Roots also reminds you of trees, and as we learned, some of those trees are idiots,
Yeah, some of them are uncool.
and they just don't want to help those dead trees get.
I
past
can't
their-
believe there's something out there like that. Why do you guys
Dave.
keep doing that to me?
Dave, they're trying to get the dead through the subatomic
Just calling each other
particles.
into our greatness.
Yes.
Which we think we won't prevail. Somebody's
Yes.
asking, what did we learn? And what we learned is that we need to start with the trees before we get to the grasses, because apparently the grasses think the trees are cool. And
That's good.
So do you know what happened with it? So they first tried to talk to the grass, and the grass wouldn't listen. And so they went to
Fucking
the trees, and they found a tree that would listen, and then they found that the grass would listen because the grass thought the trees were cool.
That
Wow.
makes perfect sense.
Yeah, that
It
part
does
makes
make
sense,
sense.
actually.
If
It
I-
makes
if-
complete sense.
If I found
Dude,
out,
where do you find this shit? That's
That's
just where do you find this shit?
That's
Gotta
why I
go
started
deep, Dave.
smoking.
if I found out that they were on mushrooms, then my laughing at them would turn immediately into laughing with them.
Yeah,
If I
yeah.
found out they were on mushrooms,
It definitely
710 episodes.
it definitely
seems like
makes
a lot.
sense from that perspective.
yeah.
You know, and you know, we got this text. You guys are. It was really cool because you send this text message. We ain't got time to watch it, and some of you do. And I just said, "Oh well." And now to see it, man, that's the whole reason we have a podcast is because somebody doesn't see it.
Well, Steve-O, I thought when I saw the first clip, and it was a clip of a different video, but they were doing the exact same thing. It was
Yeah.
the same thing. I saw that girl and I was like, that girl is definitely tripping on mushrooms right now. But then I go and I'm like, they have hundreds of these videos. I think this girl is just her mind is just fried. She's blitzed. I can't believe she's just on mushrooms like fucking every day.
Yeah, every day. Yeah.
Every day.
At least once.
Heavy
a week.
dose
At
every
least
day.
Once a week. I mean,
Yeah.
once a week is too much, man. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a funky fan.
Yeah. I mean, you can see her look at her like the way she's like looking up in the trees, like her eyes open, like scanning around, like she's seeing shit. She's seeing shit going
Yeah.
on that ain't there. Yeah.
Yeah, she's definitely seeing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something that she sees that we don't see. She's whoa, pull her back up again. Just one last time, just to watch
There is
her. How
something
she's
about
looking.
her that is it's very
Don't apparently
entertaining.
think the grasses are cool.
Look,
and when we
Can we
started
see
with
it,
the
Steve-O?
trees
Yeah.
and then worked with the grasses took it on and it spread.
Getting her
And
mind
here when
blown.
we
Whoa.
tried to start with the grasses,
Look at that!
they
Oh
thought
my
that
God.
was cool, and they said
Yeah.
basically, I don't want to do it. You can't make me. So we had to start opening for.
How did they
She's
do
got to be
that?
like on DMT or some shit. I don't know.
Okay, wait, but that's probably like a phrase they say a lot or something, right?
Yeah, that's like a catchphrase. Like
yeah.
that's true.
She drugs her up and just keeps saying those phrases to her over and over and over
But she
again.
like
They're
came
charlatans.
right on time, man.
Dave,
They're
Dave,
charlatans,
No.
ne'er do wells.
no. These women believe what they're saying. Charlatans don't. They're selling.
Yeah.
They're just trying to make money off of doofs. These women are the doofs. They
Yeah.
believe what they're saying right
And
now.
they're making a lot of money.
Nah, they're not making. a lot of money.
Maybe not a lot, but they got to be making some ad revenue here. They got 2.3K subscribers, and you only need 1,000 to be a partner or whatever with YouTube.
Hey,
They-
you know
they-
who's a subscriber now? This
Oh
guy
my
right,
god.
This guy right here.
Yeet yeet.
Dude, because
Uh,
of you, they making the wheatgrass. They're making it rain the wheatgrass.
I don't. They don't have ads on their videos actually. I don't
Well,
think there's
if
ads
they,
on
yeah,
them.
if they have no ads, then they're
Yeah,
not
there's
making
no
money.
ads.
They just want to spread the truth.
Just want to spread the truth, man.
It's true.
It's true.
Can I spread some truth?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Oh,
Becky.
please.
Okay. So this poem is called Cloggy Tangles.
It's like the worst porn actress name ever.
Cloggy Tangles.
Like she's at that. She's like at that ugly one that's in Atlanta. What is that one called, Steve-O? It's with all the ugly old strippers.
It's the
Cloggy Tangles.
No, it's the Claremont Lounge.
Yeah. Sorry, Becca.
Cloggy Tangles.
Cloggy Tangles. Here we go.
Cloggy Tangles.
The
Seems,
German prostitute.
Cloggy Tangles.
Cloggy Tangles.
Yeah.
seems absolutely right that your own problems are choking you. What you don't know stands in karma's way. That's true. The nature of the beast is a joke, a parody, the illusion of freedom. Even then, in a list of shit that's actually changing, there's no mention of dissent. Natural selection hard at work. I'll take that bet.
Oh man, that was so good.
Oh,
I got a fucking chill from that. That was so good. That was legit. That was legit wisdom. I feel like I was fucking reading Marcus Aurelius there. It was so good.
that
All right.
poem was like a spinal tap. That was a spinal tap poem, man. Got me to the core.
You guys have like a bicycle tire pump and you're just fucking inflating my ego today. Constantly.
Bicycle.
Isn't that the only reason we do this podcast is to just pump each other's egos every day?
Yeah, we're just
be
fucking
like,
pumping each other's
pumping
shit
it
all
up.
fucking
Pump
day.
it up.
pumping it up,
Pump it up.
pumping it up, pumping it up.
Well, I mean, it wasn't hard to come from last week. I mean, this is like Oscar material here.
I feel like Brad has been the one that has really understood pulling the trauma strands.
I get it, man. I was watching.
Years
I
of
was like,
trauma.
I'm gonna try.
Brad gets it.
I don't know
Brad
how-
gets it so good, he can weave trauma strands.
Wow.
He can weave a blanket of your pain away.
I think
Now
I'm
it's
gonna.
my turn to get my ego inflated.
And then give it back to you so you can sleep in it.
I think I'm gonna get my
It's a
trauma
weighted
strands.
blanket.
I think I'm gonna get my trauma strands bleached.
Ooh.
All right.
To
Don't
match
call it
my
re-
hair.
call it new growth.
Yeah, get your new
You-
growth.
Thank you everyone for a great podcast. Thank you to Haywood Banks for our theme song.
Leave us a review on iTunes and support us on Patreon. That'd be sweet.
Everybody at home, pull out them trauma strands.
And
It's
if-
gonna help your
if
life.
you don't know what that looks like, you need to watch us on mixer.com/verbal assault podcast. But if you're listening to it audio, it's already too late, which means you just need to surf on over to the YouTube channel. Just search for Verbal Assault and filter by channels.
Then after you pull out all your strands, put them in a pile, count them up, and it'll equal 865 316 6955.
That's
how many
That's true.
316
strands you have.
55 865 316 6955.
That's
Trauma
good.
strands. Trauma strands.
You're an idiot.
Deuces.